Hey there, what is up? Welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time watching, my name is Sheridan. For today's video, I wanted to do an updated everyday makeup routine. This is what I have been doing as my go-to for about a month now. Not like literally I wear this every single day. A lot of days I don't wear makeup, but this has just been kind of my go-to like neutral multi-use look. So if you're into this and you want to learn my everyday makeup routine, then just keep on watching. So I already have my eyebrows done. It's pretty boring. I just didn't want to bore you guys with this. But I am going to go in and prime my skin using my Huda Beauty Complexion Perfection Pre-Makeup Base. Just press it in mostly around like the center of my face and where I tend to get like dry or flaky or anywhere I notice like my makeup will start to budge first, and kind of like my forehead. I also prime my lids using my concealer as well. And speaking of preparation, I am going to be going in with my fresh coconut sugar lip balm. This stuff, you guys, look, I'm almost out of it. I had to buy a whole new one. So I've been liking to start with my eyes first. I'm going to be taking the Desi x Katy Dose of Colors Friendcation palette, up some of this shade right here and pop it in my crease. It's called Necessary. I am just using a really big fluffy blending brush. Can you guys even see what I'm doing? I feel like you need to be closer. Now you can really see my face. Color builds up pretty dark pretty quick, and the cool thing with this look is that it's just very easy blended, and it can be messy at first and it will come together in the end. So I just kind of layer this up depending on how moody I'm feeling. Some days, you know, I'm a little more intense. Yeah, I have been wearing this look for probably almost the last like month as my go-to. So I'm not feeling very creative. This look just goes with everything. A smaller and more concentrated blending brush. I'm gonna pick up this color here called Churro. A little bit of a deeper saddle brown, and I'm gonna focus this in the crease as well. And then I'll also kind of drag this into the outer corner. Outer V. With my finger, I am gonna pick up this shimmer right here called Just a Kiss. I usually use my middle finger. It's just easiest for me. And I just am putting this right on the lid. Now, you can leave it just like this and go in with liner. Or I like to go in with my Bobbi Brown Infrared palette and pick up this one right here called Interstellar. It's creamier than the other one, and it just has such a gorgeous shimmer. You can already see it just shows up a lot more. So you definitely only need a little bit on your finger and it will go a very long way. So happy to be filming because I had food poisoning, then I had a cold. I'm sure you can tell I sound pretty bad. I think it was like a sinus infection situation. I'm finally on the up and up, folks. Alright, so just to kind of even everything back out, I like to go in with the larger blending brush and just go back over my crease color and the outer corner. Here I'm going to be going in with my Iris Beauty liquid liner. This stuff is like the blackest and it just glides on so nice. I'm just going to do a thin line. I actually went ahead and used my Nars Climax mascara, and I am wearing the Lily Lashes in the style Miami. I figured I'd just do that off camera really quick and see how it just kind of snatches together this little golden neutral moment. Next, I like to go in with foundation and we'll move on to the face. So I have been mixing my Maybelline Fit Me Dewy and Smooth and my Maybelline 24 Hour, and they're both different shades. One is actually a little bit darker, and I just like the finish they have like together. This on its own is like too wet and oily looking for me. This on its own is like a little bit more drying, so depending on your needs for skin, but together they just give me like this really seamless glowy finish, and also color wise too. So one is 220 natural beige and the other 235 pure beige, so guess I'm a beige bitch. Now with a wet beauty sponge, I just like to go ahead and pat that into the skin. And my body is actually tanner than my face right now, so this just gives me that perfect match. A pretty full coverage, like together it's pretty full coverage. The 24 Hour is a little more full coverage than the Dewy one is, so together like I said, it's just a good little combo. And then I like to get my ear, jawline, neck. I forgot to mention, I did put on my moisturizer and like a facial oil beforehand, so that also is giving me a lot of hydration. So now I am going to go in with my Too Faced Born This Way Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer in the shade Vanilla. And honestly, I've just been going under my eye here with a smaller beauty sponge. I will just go in and blend that out. And I like to take it on kind of the sides of my nose. I feel like it helps snatch my nose in a little bit. I'm just so happy to be filming, you guys. I missed you, and I miss doing makeup. I haven't done a makeup tutorial in literally so long. So I'm just so excited. I'm feeling so inspired, so in love with makeup and looks and like myself. Love this little sponge. It just makes it so much easier, because if you are only using one giant one, first of all, you have to have multiple because you got to clean it in between, otherwise your foundation is just gonna knock out the concealer. But this just makes it so easy to like get in there. You can already see, wow, like under eye bags who. Yeah, so I like to take any extra and I'll actually go on the top of my nose. I found I was just putting too much product on, especially with concealer. Like I would get so carried away and then it would just like wash out the actual color of my foundation. So anything extra I'll take down and do on other places I would want to highlight. So like my chin, or like if I have a blemish, I'll kind of go over it. You know, my acne is still around. Beautiful, gorgeous. So I have been contouring and warming up my face with my Fenty Beauty Matchsticks in the color Mocha. I like to go right above the indent for my cheeks, and then the forehead, tip of the nose, my jawline. I've been going up like this. I find it helps define a little bit more for me. And because this is also a cream product, like I'm waiting to bake with my under eyes and stuff, because I want to get all the cream products down before I go in with a powder. So just using a kind of flat foundation brush, I am using this in little circles to just blend up and in, and then I kind of move up through into the hairline. I really like this product to warm up the face too. I think it just does a really nice job. Like I was saying, I really had been wanting to film this for the longest, and TBH, life just got in the way. College is effing hard. And yeah, your girl's just out here trying to graduate, okay? I'm so close. I have like 4-ish weeks left to class, so yeah. And definitely any extra product, just drag down my neck and kind of into my chest area, and then you can see everything's looking the same color. That's what we want. Before I go in with my baking powder to set and bake, I just go back in with my sponge and kind of press in any creasing, which I'm actually not creasing that much today, surprisingly. Always check my smile lines too, because they've been getting me lately. I'm going to be using my Huda Beauty Easy Bake Powder in the shade Pound Cake. And just kind of with a flatter brush, I'm going to go in and press this into the skin. And I like to take it down the side of my nose as well. And then I go a little bit lighter on the way out. This brush just tends to pick up a lot of products, so I'll go in and kind of set the rest of my face, especially my smile lines and around my mouth and chin where I have like blemishes, because I just want all that coverage to be locked in, baby. And you can obviously see it floating around, but I'm like, oh my god, like Sheridan, calm down. So then I like to pick up a little more, and I am gonna carve out my jawline here. Some days I go intense on this, some days I go a little bit lighter. And again, anything extra I'll just kind of dust it around my mouth. This part I really do look like a crazy person, but that's okay. I love makeup. It just gets so weird and then it gets so good so fast, because there's levels, okay? Okay, so while we're still baking, I actually like to go in and do my lower lash mascara. I just feel like that way if any gets on, it's just so much easier to wipe right off when you wipe off the powder. It doesn't really hit your actual skin. Again, this is my Nars Climax Mascara. I wasn't really sure if I wanted to splurge on it because it's like, okay, $20 for a mascara. Like, who do you think I am, you know? But I bought the little mini tube for $11 and just to try it out, and honestly I'm like really addicted to this. Like, I really love it. It just layers really nicely and makes them look super spiky and defined, which I love. Love a good chunky lower lash. So then because I did my brows first, I am just gonna go back in and kind of touch them up a little. This is the Iris Beauty Perfecting Eyebrow Pencil. I've been using this for a while too and I just really love it. So I'll just kind of go back in, check out my brows, see if there's any places where I need to like redefine anything. Alright, so I'm going to go in starting with my eyes and just dust off this bake. With a really light hand. I feel like my under eyes will get the driest first, so that's why I kind of start with them. Anything on the forehead, nose, and I'll just kind of go around my mouth and get everything out. And we're just looking so much more lifted. Whoa, wow. Alright, so I'm going to go in with my Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer in Deep Dark and just start to warm up my face. And this is kind of a smaller blend. Well, it doesn't look small on camera, I guess, but compared to like, there you go, now you can see. I like that because it just kind of gets in the nooks and crannies that I want. It doesn't just like spread everything everywhere. Blush, I am going to be going in with my Milani, I think this is Coral Cove. And we are just gonna dust that on the apples and up a little bit. And then any extra just kind of dust over my nose. Okay, so let's finish off the under eyes. I am gonna go in with a smaller brush with the color Churro from the Friendcation palette. This is what we also put in our crease. And I'm just gonna kind of, I make sure to connect it up here in this corner. You can go super smoky with the lower lash on this look, or you can just keep it nice and tight. It's totally up to you. But I definitely love that kind of grungy under eye look. Just adds like dimension to your eyeballs. I do like to take a smaller blending brush and just kind of go over that and kind of reconnect it. And you can also work it up into the corner, kind of just make sure everything is looking really even. So my favorite highlight combination lately, it's a little bit of a doozy, okay? I have been in love with this Nars Orgasm powder. I can't even show you because it's a loose powder, but this is what it looks like kind of in the pan. You only need a little bit of this, so I like to pick it up right out of the lid and just kind of dust this right along the center of your cheek, almost as a blush topper. And this gives just the most beautiful flushed glow, you guys. Like, oh my gosh. So then I have been going in with my Artist Couture, I think this is, yep, the color Coco Bling Loose Illuminating Powder. It's intense. Again, I picked this up in the lid of the container. I just use a smaller brush and then I find the center of my cheekbone and I like to just place a little bit right there. Just adds that extra With a little pencil brush, I like to take the Coco Bling and go right in my inner corner. This is really an icy white highlight, and I don't know, I like that. Like, it just gives this like wet kind of look. I just really love it. I mean, you definitely can't go overboard because you will look ashy, I promise. I mean, maybe on like fairer skin tones, this could be a good all over highlight, but this for me is only in like the most concentrated points. So like brow bone automatically gives you this lift and like wet illumination look. It's gorgeous. So I also really like this to highlight my nose. I like to do kind of like an exclamation point. So I'll do a dot at the end and then in the center just like a line all the way down. And I like to just go in with my finger. I know some people don't like this. They think it's like, oh, like a Tin Man, but I really love this little lips. Cannot get over this combo, guys. It is like, I just love it. So ColourPop lip pencil in the color Chi. I know you guys are gonna like LOL because if you watch any of my old videos, this is like all I use. And I have been going in with my Dose of Colors Desi x Katy collection liquid lip in my main. Whoop, whoop, whoop. And then I'm going to use my Urban Decay All Nighter setting spray. Alright guys, so this is the final look. I just think this is the perfect like everyday glowy glam, at least for me, you know, and I'm a little extra, so I like to do a lot of makeup. So if you're into makeup, this is my like everyday. I know it's not like that for everybody. Really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, let me know and support me by pressing the subscribe button and turn on post notifications so you always are informed when I post a new video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!